Good afternoon, my good friend Eric. How are you doing today?
Afternoon, my nimble friend Ty, my co-host, my father figure.
My role
How's it
model.
going? It's
uh,
good to hear
it's
your
going.
it's good to hear your whiny little voice.
It's good to hear your deep-throated voice, Eric. Um,
Thank you.
how have you been doing? What have you been up to? Are you still in the grocery store blocking the vitamin aisle? I feel like that's where
Wow.
you'd be.
I
Are you?
always
Are you?
forget what I actually tell you and what you just know about me because I literally went to the grocery store yesterday. I went to Whole Foods and I bought some calcium and magnesium.
I had a
Like
feeling you're the kind of guy that's going to read every label, aren't you?
I read every label. I make sure I get the most vitamin per
Mm-hmm.
pill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I'm in there asking, I'm talking up the store clerks. I immediately find, the Asian female store clerks to help me out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, dude, I just let them know I'm looking to, beef up.
Mm-hmm.
Got
And,
any
and
Rex?
yeah, it's paying off. I think you're looking quite swole
Thanks,
around
Ty.
every body part.
Thank you. Speaking of
You
swole, the rest of my weekend was rehabbing my throat. So long
okay.
weekend, Ty. So that's why my voice might be off. But
Mm,
I appreciate things about me. That's why we're co-hosts.
yeah, of course. Well, we're both like well hung, so why why is you're no longer the throat goat? You're raspy like your co-host. What's going on?
Um,
Were you belting the lyrics of a Playboy Cardi track all weekend at the club? Were you turning up?
what? No, I was not belting my favorite ad libs of Cardi. I was just playing off your comment of me being deep throated.
Hmm,
And
I
so
see.
therefore Monday and Tuesday I had to rehab. I couldn't just go straight back into the office. I had to stay home and, drink some honey water.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Little splash of lemon in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
But speaking of splash of lemon, I am drinking a bubbly right now.
mm-hmm,
I'm actually drinking the orange flavor. This is my new
mm-hmm.
favorite little ritual. Whenever we record now, I crack a little bubbly because, you know, even though it is quite inferior to the San Pellegrino that I usually drink, glass bottle only,
Mm-hmm.
this does remind me of Subway because of the Michael Bublé machine in there that
Yeah,
gargles much like me this weekend.
I totally get that, Eric. It puts you in the mood. Am I right? It
Yes.
gives you a little bit of the feeling in your mouth is not unlike the feeling at Subway. Just like a lot of
Hmm.
like bubbling sensations.
Yeah.
I
As soon
think
as I
that's
take a
great.
sip, as soon
Hmm.
as I take a sip, it just like primes me for, what I'm about to have. And it reminds me uh of unwrapping my sandwich. It's just like the visceral, very cerebral moment
Hmm.
memory that I have of just like uncrimping the paper while I have this like orange buble just like drooling down my mouth.
Hmm. Truly a multisensory experience. Very tactile. It's incredible like how vivid that memory can be for me.
Yeah.
I'd like to tell you what I'm drinking, Eric. I
Tell
am
me about
drinking
it.
right now. I have a thermos in my hand and I'm taking a few big swigs of Taylor's latte.
Damn it, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about Taylor Swift. We're all Swifties here at Think Fresh Podcast. Her
Oh
collaboration with Starbucks. Yes,
no.
I had to take it for a
Oh
spin.
no, not this shit. Are those the beans you Snapchatted me at 4 a.m. last night?
No, that's a different white girl coffee thing. That's Emma
Oh.
Chamberlain's coffee company.
Holy
So
fuck, dude, you're
I
fully
tried that this
transitioning.
morning.
Dude, have you been to the doctors to chop your dick off? Because you have fully transitioned into a white girl. That's
Yeah, white girl
crazy.
coffee only. So this morning I
Wow.
had
Oh, oh,
a
oh, oh.
latte. Thank you. I feel like yeah, I feel like you're not aligning with my vision here. All these white girl coffee beans are becoming a bit of a Yoko Ono between us.
Oh
Uh,
no.
but
Let
yes,
it
I
be, Sam.
I tried Emma Chamberlain's coffee beans this morning. I made a latte at home with them. They weren't bad. Uh, it was kind of. I think I need to have them black to really get the essence of them.
You gotta get the Black Chamberlain going.
Yeah.
Dude, what's the black version of Emma Chamberlain? Is that her just like saying the N-word at a party or at a concert? Like, is that what
Damn,
kind of coffee you want to drink?
I don't know. I think like it would be true Emma Chamberlain if I had it as an iced coffee. So maybe I'll take that for a test drive tomorrow. And I
Hmm.
wore a Louis Vuitton fit while I did it.
Hmm. You need like 2 packs of stevia in there,
Mm-hmm.
some ice, maybe a
Mm-hmm.
dash of oat milk,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, dude, your white girl summer is starting.
Yeah, I'm white girl caffeinated.
Hmm.
Now, let me tell you about Taylor's latte, though. That was a bit of a bit of a digression.
Yeah,
So
I really got choked up there because I'm noticing you're holding up a thermos that's not a Yeti, and it's as you sip from it, and I'm just thinking like, wow, what possible beverage could be in this contraption? I don't even know what he's drinking out of.
this is a Contigo branded thermos. They're a heritage thermos brand. These
It's the
new age
Hermes.
Yetis, they're all marketing, you know.
Hmm. That's true. Yeti is a nice little catchy word that we can all gravitate towards. Whereas,
Mm.
what is yours? A Contigo?
Contigo. I like my thermos brands to have no desirable branding qualities. I like them to be completely flat. Nothing like
Hmm.
an anonymous thermos.
Yeah, you want them to look like they belong inside of a white suburban mom's RAV4, just in the
Hmm.
front cup holder.
Yeah, there's no Yeti here. There's no Kinto. There's no none of that millennial bullshit.
Yeah,
This is the kind of thermos that has like some crusted old 2% milk on the inside that you just can't scrub off. It's
yeah,
got a little dent in the bottom.
yeah. A lessy, more like say lessy.
a Okay, I'm gonna break down what's in this latte for you because I think it's important for the listeners to know. So you
Please.
walk up to so to order this, you walk up to the frontline worker at Starbucks and you say, "Taylor Swift sent me."
Oh no,
You
not
know
this
why I'm
bullshit.
here.
And then sicko mode just starts playing. It's like I'll get a nav witch, fucking bitch.
Yeah, if Travis Scott had a Starbucks beverage, it would be a flat white. But this
Hmm.
is a what is this thing called? It's like a caramel macchiato kind of thing.
Right.
A caramel non-fat latte. So the milk is non-fat like Taylor, which is a unique twist. I usually go full fat, full body because I don't
Hmm.
half-ass anything with my milk.
Ty likes his curves.
Hmm. And then it's got caramel in it, but not like the typical caramel drizzle as one would put it on the top with the whip. Like you know how at like Subway they put the sauce on at the end, right?
Yes.
This sauce happens during the espresso making process. They put the caramel sauce in while the espresso is being made, and it kind of
Mm.
simmers with the oily beans and produces
Mm.
a consistent caramel flavor from tip to toe of your Contigo thermos.
Interesting. I never really appreciated the iced caramel macchiato from Subway. I'm sorry, Starbucks. Excuse me.
Excuse
Um,
you.
I never really enjoyed it to its full potential because I feel like the ice will catch the caramel drizzle, um, much like a diaphragm,
Hmm.
and it'll just sit there and harden. And you can't help but notice that like once you're done your latte, there's like a whole bunch of unmelted caramel at the bottom, which
Hmm.
probably didn't contribute at all to the flavor. So I'm glad to hear
No.
that Taylor has innovated, and she said, you know what, let me like disrupt espresso.
Yeah, you could argue that she remastered the latte.
Exactly. Well done.
But I totally understand that dilemma you found yourself in with the ice. I too have been scammed by the ice cubes in the ice latte who held hostage the caramel sauce till the end. And you're not getting it back because it's frozen to the cube.
Unless you're a sicko that wants to chew on ice cubes at the end, that might be a
Hmm.
nice little summer treat. Um, but can you remind me, does this Taylor latte shit come from Tim Hortons or where is this from?
This is a Starbucks exclusive.
Oh,
Yeah. So Tay Tay gets it as a grande. I didn't want to commit that much to the bit, so I ordered a tall, which is slightly smaller. It's like basically the 6-inch equivalent of Starbucks,
You order the 6 inch in the foot long size bag because I noticed you're drinking it out of a huge thermos, but
Yeah,
it's only
this
like
is
a quarter full.
yeah, that's literally what happened. I filled it halfway up, which I'm totally okay with. It prevented spillage when I was ripping around town in my 2005 Toyota Matrix earlier.
So not
But
only do you drink the same way as Taylor, but you drive the same way in a similar type of vehicle.
no, no blinkers, baby.
No blinkers, no seatbelt. Uh, Old Kanye album in the CD player.
Hmm.
I was gonna say like if Tim Hortons had secured the bag with Mrs. Swift,
Hmm.
um, they would have quite the winter on their hands because they have just launched the Tim Biebs, Tim
Hmm.
Timbits featuring Justin Bieber.
Hmm.
So I was gonna say, like, is this like Adidas coming up on Nike right now? Like, from behind, just like taking the limelight?
Damn,
But
perhaps there
guess
it
not. I don't know.
we it is collaboration season with fast food with the Beeb Bits and Taylor's Taylor's Latte, and we just came off hot from the Travi Patty, the BTS collab. It makes you realize
Hmm.
like Subway is really sleeping on this. Like, how come Subway didn't get Taylor's tuna?
I know. Like, do you want your sandwich to smell like Taylor Swift? Like, just order Taylor's tuna, baby.
Order the Taylor's tuna. That she puts she mixes the sauce in with the tuna at the beginning. Whoa, that's
Whoa.
actually kind of good.
Yeah, dude. Fuck the mayo at the end. Like, add some sriracha mayo and toss that with my tuna.
Hell
Toss my
yeah.
tuna, baby. You know what I'm here for.
Yeah, toss that. You know what though? Okay, so the tuna, Eric, fish, the controversial protein option of the way.
Yeah,
When you get the tuna at Subway, you're actually ordering tuna, the fish, and a sauce. You're getting some mayo because they
the
always
free
like
sauce.
cream that shit up. Yeah. So if you get tuna and then add sauce on top, you have to kind of factor that in. It's like the meatball marinara, right?
That's
What
true.
if, but like the meatball marinara is different, Eric, because you can get the meatball and then you can get the marinara. You don't have to get them both. But the tuna and the mayo, they're intermixed. You can't detach them. They're connected at like a soul level. It's like Harry Potter
Hmm.
and Voldemort.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
what if you could just get the flakes and then have them mix live on the spot any sauce with it? You don't need the mayo. You could do a sweet onion tuna.
I love this idea. What's like another place that does this kind of thing? It's like you order like the meat and a sauce or something. There's like I swear there's like a place that does this where you order those things and then they like toss it in front of you and then they like
Mmm.
put it on your food. Like what is that?
Do they do that at Chipotle? I haven't been to Chipotle in a year
I
and a
don't
half.
know. But
I
Subway used to do it kind of with the oven roasted chicken. I don't know if they still do this because I have not got out in a long time. But I'm pretty sure they used to put it on a little paper tray and like microwave it.
mmm. That kind of like gets heated separately. They would do that with the veggie patty sometimes because they knew that
Yeah,
shit was like being thawed from the last ice age.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, they kind of do it to an extent. They could be more performative with it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I want to see like our chef's knife skills, at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they just like have the chicken breast right there and they just like chop it up for you real quick, much like
Mm-hmm.
Ak at the old chopped cheese factory. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Why you got to fight with me at the
At
chopped
the
cheese
bodega.
factory?
Yeah, exactly. Um,
Yeah, I would like to see that too. Kind of like a tableside Caesar salad kind of ting where they're like stirring the
yeah,
bowl together.
yes, absolutely. Wow, I know there needs to be some performative action at
Mm-hmm.
Subway that doesn't include the person like staring at you with their arms resting on the counter while you wait to choose like your next vegetable. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you like take a little bit too long to like say the next thing and then just go, yeah.
It's like, don't rush me. You can't rush
Yeah.
creativity.
Yeah. Like I'll say like olives, tomatoes, cucumbers, and then they'll be like just halfway through the olives and they'll be like, yeah. It's like I'm waiting for you. Like I want you to focus on the task at hand. I'm not gonna give you
Hmm.
18 things.
I
Like
never give them more than three at a time. Rule of thirds.
You gotta make them like wait for the next thing. You gotta build up
Mhm.
some suspense.
Totally. It's almost like, when you're training a puppy and like you give them a treat and then they want another one right away, and you have to like
Yeah.
kind of resist a little bit. That's how
Yeah.
I like feed my sandwich artists the instructions. It's
Yeah.
like
You
make
just go
them want it.
sit. You go sit.
Yeah, yeah. Wait till you put the cucumbers on.
Oh, imagine making your sandwich artist sit.
uh,
It's like they're the ones who are eating lunch, not you. It's like they're doing this for fun. Like
yeah.
they're paying us. Sit.
Could I get some tomatoes, some lettuce, and could I also ask you to sit down, do a cartwheel?
Yeah. I mean, what do you think would happen if you just like didn't know? Like you just like go to the veggie section and you just like are stunned by all the fresh vegetables that are in season. You just go,
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah, the fast food equivalent of a deer in headlights.
Yeah, exactly. Much like
I don't know.
cucumber eyes at the spa. I don't know what's going on.
I feel bad for those suffering from like some levels of anxiety in that lineup, forced to make decisions on the spot,
Wow. Wow.
freezing up.
If you're dealing with some demons while you're in line, like just the sheer thought of choosing a vegetable out of like 30 of them can really wear a man down, you know what I
It
mean?
really can wear a man's down.
Yeah. Utility belt and all.
Yeah, I feel like those situations our sandwich artists aren't properly trained for. They're not properly trained to deal with the mental health of the patron. They and I think there needs to be maybe better training because I'm sure many a patron come in that line. They're not ready. They need onboarding. They need emotional support. They need to
Hmm.
talk some shit through.
Hmm. They don't want to onboard anyone there. Like
No.
if you have never been, God forbid, you've never been to a Subway and you roll up to one, you know, maybe you're from Afghanistan, you just came here for a fucking vacation, you're like, yo, bro, I don't know what the fuck Subway is. I don't know what I'm doing here. Much like us when we you know, went for the first time in a long time. First time, long time.
First time, long
Um,
time.
and you know, you stand by the bread and you're just like, I don't know what the fuck, dude, this menu's changed on me like 8 times. So I don't know what to do anymore. And then they just stand there and expect you to know. It's like you learned this menu like last week. Like, how can you not help me?
Hmm.
You know, like, come on,
I
bro.
totally get it. I mean, like maybe we're giving the sandwich artists a bit of the benefit of the doubt because you're right. The sandwich artist probably started last week with this frontline worker epidemic we have. Like both you and the person on the other side of the lines are. This is your first time, so you're both
I
figuring it out
know,
together. It's
I
the
know. You
most
just gotta go
novice
slow.
sandwich ever made. Go
Just please go
slow.
slow.
Yeah, treat me gently.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, is this okay for you so far? It's like, yes.
Uh, so yeah, as you're both exploring this new relationship and figuring out what you both like and don't like, it's
Yeah.
good to have communication. That's the best thing we can have.
Maybe you're just like not compatible with your sandwich artist. Like, you know, when you like book a spa day, like you get to choose like who you want to rub your back with their thumbs.
Do you
You could
go?
say like,
Do you go look through a book? Is that how you do that? How do you do you
um,
like see them all lined up like you're at a like a police station and you point at the one you want?
well, actually, I browse through the names.
Mm,
Usually, like if you are a repeat client, then you know, you might just look for the person that you're comfortable with. But if you don't know anyone, you can just look up everyone on LinkedIn and
mm-hmm,
see who the most attractive female is,
mm.
and just book them.
That's a brilliant move. See, what I would like to have, and this applies to both the massage parlor and Subway. You know when you like go to the get a haircut at like, well, you don't know this, but some hair salons that are for like lower income people have books that have hairstyles in them from like the early
Oh yeah,
2000s.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you know
I'll
what's
get the
up.
number 35.
Exactly. I would like while I'm waiting for my massage or waiting for my sandwich to look through a book of hands, just pictures of hands. And in the case of a massage, I'm really looking for the hands that would be compatible with my back muscles. In the case of Subway, I'm looking for a hand that looks like it can fulfill my order to its
Hmm.
the needs that I have. If I, for
Hmm.
example, need a lot of vegetables, I'm looking for a big hand that's grippy. If I'm looking for
Exactly.
plating, I want some delicate little hands, little fingers.
Yeah, I would like these little chicken feet to arrange my lettuce. I don't know about you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's great, Ty. I think that's important. I think we should be able to choose our sandwich artists. Like,
Hmm.
obviously every option Subway adds for you, that'll just exponentially increase their cost
Yeah.
because they just have a hell of people on standby.
Hmm.
Um, that's kind of cool. I mean, you could be like, yo, like, I want you, hey, shorty.
Yeah, but you know what? Like for a top customer like you and I, they should be flying them in, fly in an artist for today.
That's true. Today's Tuesday. We should be texting Big Way and being like, "We'll be there on Thursday. Make sure
Yeah.
you have, you know, this this half Asian cutie
Yeah.
in line."
Well, I think what we're talking a lot about though is physical compatibility with the sandwich artist. There's both kind of but there's I guess what I'm saying is there's also like a mental compatibility that you're not going to get from the handbook of hands.
Yeah, I want a little hand plus description there. Like,
Perhaps a description, an artistic style.
yeah, exactly. Um, I want to know if you're willing to recommend me things, or if you like what I want to know what your sandwich is too. Like, if we share the same vision for lunch, then I might want you to help me with mine. Much like
Hmm.
Kanye, bringing in Fabio Foreign into the studio. Like, I want to build, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Like you need to have like on retention a whole army of creatives depending on your needs for a particular sandwich. Like when Kanye calls up Heron to help with the album artwork for the free Larry Hoover concert. you
Oh
know,
man,
or gets
that's
Justin
true. Yeah,
Saunders in the booth to help with Yeezus. Like
yeah,
that's a lot
that's
of
true.
creatives on retention.
Yeah, we gotta fly a Kid Cudi out to Hawaii and
Hmm.
get him on this beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So where's
That's
my
crazy.
sandwich artist equivalent of Cuddy?
Yeah,
Where are they?
yeah,
Life's a journey to find them.
yeah. Man, speaking of this Larry Hoover concert, it aligns perfectly with my vacation to Palm Springs. But I gotta say, bro, looking at these tickets, it's like really fucking expensive. I think a lot of people, and it's like still readily available. Like it's they've been on sale for over 24 hours now, and there's like so many tickets left.
Many options.
Um,
So just to
I
like
think
backtrack a little bit for the breadheads, Eric, that live under a rock, Kanye and Think Fresh alumni Drizzy Drake are
yeah.
doing a benefit concert in Los Angeles next month
Hmm.
to help free the incarcerated Larry Hoover.
Hmm.
And co-host Eric is contemplating tickets as he will be in the Los Angeles area during the time of the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. I will be touching down in LAX same day of the concert. So we'll see. Like, honestly, it's possible. But there are two things that I've been thinking about for this concert specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, three things if you include the terrible graphic design that Heron did that like made the concert sound free.
Yeah,
Because I think
good
I
one,
think
Aaron
that
Preston.
baited yeah, good old Aaron Preston. I think that baited a lot of hypebeasts into thinking it was going to be free and
Mm-hmm.
crash the Ticketmaster site.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
there was
certainly
like
fell for it.
there, there were 3,000 people in line in front of me, and then when I like finally got in, there was like all the tickets were still there basically, which is pretty
Damn.
funny. But get this, I thought it was going to be. I'm not a LA native. I'm not a Los Angelino. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm a Canadian boy. So when I
Mm-hmm.
think of like the venues there, I know Crypto.com Arena. That's the big
Yep,
one, and then
that's the
everything
big
else
one.
must be small. You know what I mean? Like kind of like
Yeah.
where we're from. So not true. Apparently, LA Memorial Coliseum is like four times the size of Rogers Arena.
Wow.
It has 80,000 person capacity, and
Wow.
the worst seat is 200 US dollars, bro.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's like 280 Canadian, and you like won't even like see Kanye. You'll just see like a little dark
Mm-hmm.
skinned dot.
Yeah, it looks like a little Lego minifigure.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll see like one dark skinned dot and one light skinned dot on stage.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah, so I don't know, man. It's a lot for me personally. Like, I don't know, and I have to drive like 4 hours to like get there, so it
4 hours to get back
won't be
from Palm
easy.
Springs, huh?
I know. Yeah, I know. So
Damn. Tempting though. Still, like both Kanye and Drake and you in the same room, the Three Musketeers. Like it's only a matter of years, Eric, before all three of you are canceled, and and then this will never happen again. This is a true meeting of the minds.
that is true. That is true. I mean, we've shat on Drake's um album on this podcast plenty of times. Um, which was truthful, I would say, pretty
Mm-hmm.
truthful. No, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we have nothing to hide really, so you know, it's all facts. Doesn't mean I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't go see him live if he
Mm-hmm.
came to
No
our
hard
city.
feelings.
Yeah, exactly. I would also go see Kanye, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Album of the year, artist of the decade. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. The greatest
yeah,
mind of our generation.
yeah, absolutely. So I mean, I'm sure it'll we'll get more chances. Maybe not in the same room, but how good will that concert really be? Like they had like a month to they have like a month to prepare for it,
It's a good point.
you
And
know.
you know Kanye is going to be late.
Kanye's gonna be late. Like is Drake opening for Kanye?
Drake seems like the kind of guy that's going to head home early, and Kanye's the kind of guy that shows up late. So I think Drake's the opening act.
That sounds exactly right.
Yeah,
And then yeah, they'll phone in Larry Hoover or something.
probably live on stage, say a few
Yeah,
prayers, and then call her a night.
yeah. That's the other thing. Like I don't like give a shit. So like why am I like doing this? I don't know.
Right.
$300
Yeah.
seat, bro.
Yeah, you can buy a lot of inches of sandwich for that kind of money.
Yeah, how many inches is that?
Whew. Depends if you're going
Dude,
classic. Are you going classic or signature?
always Siggy, baby. Um, listen, Memorial Coliseum, right? The capacity is, if I can
It's about
do
300
something,
inches.
bro.
It's about 300 inches of a signature sandwich
300 inches for what?
for the price of a ticket. Based on my
Okay,
like quick napkin math, a $200 ticket to see Kanye and Drake is also the equivalent of about 300 inches of sandwich or 25 sandwiches.
interesting.
So that's like a month's worth of Subway, which honestly doesn't sound like it sounds like a good deal then. Like to go see two great artists versus a month of eating at Subway every day. Not
Honestly,
even.
probably a wise idea. Um, like eating at Subway more than once a year is probably pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. It's bad for a lot of things. Bad for your body, bad for your breath, bad for your wallet, bad for your personal brand. Honestly, bad for
Hmm.
Subway. They don't obviously customer loyalty isn't in their wheelhouse of value propositions.
Yeah. Okay, so the true capacity is 78,467 at the LA Memorial Coliseum.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming there is a Subway on premises, which there probably is,
Okay.
and if everybody orders a footlong at the show, that's almost a million inches.
1 million inches in one room. Damn. 1 million inches.
Yeah, a million. That's 941,604 inches, bro.
Wow.
Adjusting for
That's a
inflation,
big room.
that's 1.03 inches, bro.
Yo,
Million.
are they gonna lengthen the footlong to account for this hyperinflation we're experiencing? I think they need to lengthen the footlong.
Wouldn't that cancel out the inflation?
Yeah, it's a appropriate thing to do given the circumstances.
I think so.
Like,
It's, you know, the responsibility of the way to feed us.
yeah, like Subway ultimately does not control the world reserve currency, but so Subway is a victim of inflation, but they can fight it back. They can say like, hey, we're not going to let inflation affect our customers. We're going to lengthen the footlong.
Hmm.
Tack
Absolutely.
half an inch on there.
I think they should get it. They should, you know, adopt the Big Sean model of sizing,
Mm-hmm.
and add 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
I let them crack my back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you could probably hack. a foot long lengthening like live while ordering, if you ask them to place your meat so that it hangs out the sides a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
then as you get to the vegetables, make sure they cover that up and sauce it out the tips.
I don't know what the fuck you just described, but I'm hungry and horny, bro.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
Unfortunately for Eric, this is about as much foreplay as he gets.
that's absolutely true, Ty. And let me tell you, I cannot wait for our lunch on Thursday.
Great.
Breadheads, thank you so fucking much. I can smell my bae cooking up some lunch for me, and I can't stay in the moment here because I'm just thinking about the eggs and bacon that I can smell. So I'm gonna have to
Mm,
dip a little suddenly on you, Ty. But honestly, it's been a swell episode.
it
Um,
really has been.
yeah, I'm so thankful to be able to build with you on a
Hmm.
semi-weekly cadence.
Hmm.
And honestly, I'm grateful for the breadheads too, even though you guys are so quiet on Instagram.
If you like what you're listening to, give us a DM. Give us a honestly, just even a heart would be nice on a post once in a while.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I appreciate those kind words, Eric. It's always a pleasure to activate with you at Think Fresh
Hmm.
Podcast. Until next time, everybody, think fresh.
Until next time, peace.
Peace.